Well, I think we all know how important it is for our families to eat well, but actually making that happen can be really difficult. Some kids are just downright picky.
Well, our next guest is a busy mom who overhauled her family's entire diet and wants to help other families do the same. Lisa Leek is the author of 100 Days of Real Food, Fast and Fabulous. Today she's here to share a little inspiration for parents and help convert those dang picky eaters. Hello, how you doing? Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Great to see you, Lisa, as always. Okay, first off, let's just say this. You want other parents to know that if you have a picky eater, it's not going to change overnight. You need to have some patience.
That is right. It can take many months or even years to convert a picky eater, and it is a lot of work. I am not going to lie about that, but it's so worth the reward in the end. So it's definitely worth the effort.
So keep putting healthy foods out in front of your child, and eventually he or she will give it a go.
Yes, and I do have some, specific tips. It's not just a matter of here, try this. I do think you need to have them try new foods over and over again, and you do need to make those new foods in different ways. So if you tried, steamed asparagus last week and they almost gagged at the table, just give up on that and maybe try cutting it up into little pieces and mixing it into risotto. And that trick actually worked on my oldest daughter with asparagus. So I do think you have to try them many different times and tell them it will not hurt if they don't like it. And they are not allowed to spit it out.
Okay, fair enough.
Some of my rules.
That's good.
One of the other ones, first impressions count. What does that mean?
That means that, if you're going to offer them a vegetable, make it really, really good the first time. So cauliflower, for example, you could bread it and make it just like chicken nuggets. I actually have a recipe for that in my cookbook. And be sure to call it cauliflower. Then if that goes over well, you can roast the cauliflower next time and say, remember, that was the cauliflower you liked, and here it is a different way. Okay. So make sure you hit it off the first time.
It really is trying foods over and over again, even if they didn't like it before.
Absolutely, in many different ways, as I mentioned. And I like to tell my kids, and especially their friends, that it won't hurt my feelings if you don't like it, but it will hurt my feelings if you don't try it. So that works on the friends. I find moms are always sending their kids over to my house. Can you get my kid to eat spinach?
Also, getting the kids involved, that helps too.
Absolutely. There are so many jobs when it comes to food prep and food shopping and making dinner. You can have them help you pick out recipes, make out the grocery list. My daughters, who are 10 and 12 years old, they love when I even tear off a piece of the grocery list at the store and let them loose with their own shopping cart. They think that's very fun. These are important life skills that they don't learn in school, so it's up to us to teach them and get them involved, and it can make them try foods as well.
And you don't want parents inundating kids, so you say one food at a time.
One new food at a time. Yeah,
one new food at a time.
I have to agree with that.
Imagine if you had sat down to dinner and on your plate were 3 foods that you were really not sure about or really didn't like. You would not be excited about dinner. So I really think, put some of the old favorites on their plate as well as one new item to get them to try. And I think if you have a consistent rule, you're going to try a bite, no matter what happened last time, then they know what to expect.
Okay. You also say don't experiment with new foods in their lunchbox.
Now, the jury might be out on this one. This is my opinion, but other moms will disagree with me. One mom actually commented and said she felt like because the pressure was gone of her watching to see their reaction, she likes to send new foods in the lunchbox. I don't do that just because I feel like the lunch period is really short. They're super hungry, and if it doesn't go over well, then that might not work out for them. So unless I see that they've eaten it and they like it at home, I don't send it in the lunchbox.
Okay.
The other one, you said discuss the changes with your child?
Yeah, I think most kids want to do the right thing. If you explain this is going to help mommy and daddy be healthier and live longer, and even for older kids, there's some great documentaries like In Defense of Food and also Food Inc. that you can watch with them. If they understand why you're making these changes, it might just be the wake-up call that they need.
Okay, you also say divulge the hidden food.
That's right. I know a lot of people do hide veggies in smoothies and other dishes, and now what good is that going to do when they grow up and they're 18 years old and they move out and they still think they've never eaten spinach because it's gross? That is not going to help. So if you do hide the food, I ask that you at least tell them about it afterwards so they know that that food is not so bad after all.
I think that's great too. And also keep it fun and lighthearted. Don't
Absolutely.
them.
You know when you're taking things too far, and it is an easy line to cross, but you do need to keep things light and fun. And what you can do is have that rule where everyone knows what to expect. You're going to try this each and every time I serve it. And also, if things are really getting difficult, I do have on my blog some fun taste testing games just to get them open to trying new things. You know, you could blindfold them and say, can you tell the difference between this purple carrot and this orange carrot? Some ways to make it really fun.
Lisa has great suggestions. Again, it's all on her website, 100daysofrealfood.com, 100daysofrealfood.com. Also, her cookbooks are bestsellers. They're great. They're beautiful. I love your books.
Thank you. You're sweet.
I don't always make everything, but I look at the pretty pictures and I'm inspired.
And there are a lot of pictures with every recipe.
They're great. I know a lot of hard work and love goes into those books, Lisa.
Absolutely. Thank you
Good
so
job.
much.